Now tuned to the plug of Audionet. It's your boy Cool Carol. That was Timberland, Them Jeans featuring Amigos. My second special guest just stepped through the building. Royal T on the beat. What's good, baby?
What up, what up?
Hey, man, you tell me, man.
Cool, man. Just out here living life, working hard, trying to make $1 out of something.
$1 out of 15 cents, huh? I feel you. First off, man, for those who don't know, you're a producer.
Yes, sir.
So tell the people a little bit about you, man, on the producing side.
Shoot, man, only 23. My birthday is Saturday. I'll be turning 24. But I've only been making beats right now for only 3.5 years, almost 4. You know, if you met me before, you probably thinking I've been doing it about 10 years, but just been staying consistent every day. Started off making beats in my dorm room here at Central, so that's where it all started. I first started off DJing when I was Mr. Freshman, so kind of transferred over to, you know, the producing side, but that's when I started about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay, so you started DJing, you was here as a freshman, and then you saying you transferred over, started doing beats. So what created you to start wanting to do that transition?
And see, when I was in my room practicing or DJing at a couple clubs, it was definitely when we were at Luna. We had our party there that day. I was kind of listening to the music, and I was like, DJs don't really get as much respect because the people that make the music are the ones that really get the respect. Everybody dancing in the club, it's not really because of the DJ, it's because of the people that's making the song.
Right.
So I really, you know, was thinking like, who's making the beats? They're the ones that's making everything possible. So that's when I kind of stepped back and wanted to dissect, you know, as far as the process of actually creating a song. So that's when I really found the love and passion for, you know, beat making and also recording, but more so beat making just because I'm a musician myself. I grew up playing piano, saxophone, drums in the church. So being a musician first has always been my origin. So just, you know, understanding what it takes to put a song together, it just really had me intrigued. So that's where it really came from, you know, the DJing part to the producing.
So then from you know, having that little bit of music background, what was your influence? Who was some producers that you was looking up to through your process of building you to become better and better?
See, that's the thing. I never really had an influence. I always tell people my influence was gospel music. People really look at me a little funny when I say that, but I grew up in the church, so my mom picked me up from school. After school, it wasn't no playing K97.5 or 102.1. We listened to the gospel station. Yeah. When I asked to turn to the hip-hop station, it was always no. So everything that I listened to was gospel growing up. So me being melodic, me being in tune with different instruments and that real orchestra sound, that's where my influence came from. So it really depicts in my music right now because a lot of my music is melodic. It's not just standard. So I really feel like my roots and my inspiration isn't from a producer. It's more so from a genre, and just that whole soul persona in gospel music, it just carried over to me. And I don't really say that, yeah, my inspiration is gospel and that's the only type of music I use. I try to use that soulfulness from gospel and try to tie it in any genre.
Yeah, and especially with the instrumentation, you know, between the organs and the different instruments, and then from you playing, you know, the different instruments and how that ties in. A lot of producing comes from, you know, from what I understand is you got some people that do the beat machine. You got some people that play the keys with the different instruments. But then you have some people that actually play the physical instrument, and they may take a C note from a trumpet or something, or a chord from a saxophone or something, and play it, you know what I'm saying, loop it or do, you know what I'm saying, engineer it a little bit, and then finesse everything else in the middle. So is it more of do you get it more of your instrumentation from the keys, or is it more of like what you may think the sound may come from a sax, or like how do you put your instruments together?
Yeah, a lot of my sounds do come from just using the keyboard, mostly because, you know, it's tied into my software. So on my computer I have thousands of sounds, whether it's saxophones, orchestra strings. So I do a lot of my laying out on my keyboard, which is, you know, very great, and I can, you know, change the different sounds. I don't really use my MPC, or, you know, like a lot of people know, it's like a DAW, but I don't really use that like that. You know, I just mostly use my keyboard because I realize that I'm still trying to find myself as a pianist, so I really feel like me actually playing the keys will help me get a little bit feel for what I'm trying to do a little better, opposed to just pushing buttons.
So I guess when you hear people talking about they push buttons, it kind of like ticks you off like that?
Yeah, it don't necessarily tick me off. I mean, that goes back to sampling. I mean, I have respect for people that make beats and they sample, but I always looked at it as people that are sampling these old records, and, you know, and adding a kick drum and a snare to it.
Yeah.
How really creative is that to break down someone else's song that's already created with the full orchestra and everything?
Right.
All you're doing is muting the drums and adding your own drum rhythm. So I really looked at it as not being as creative. I'm not trying to knock any producer that does sample, but I really feel like you starting from that one sound and building a full composition is creative, opposed to you taking someone else's music, and then if you do get it placed with a major artist, you won't get credit for it. So say you took a Michael Jackson song and you made a hot beat to it and you gave it to Rick Ross, you would receive no money from that beat because it would all go to Michael Jackson's people because that's his song. So I just look at it as maximizing yourself as a producer and your creativity. You need to make those beats yourself. And a lot of people that sample, they start off sampling and they realize a little later down the road that they have to, you know, take things into their own hands and really create those concepts for themselves.
You're not tuned to the plug of Audionet. It's your boy Cool Kel. I got Royal T on the beat. What's going on with you, baby?
What's good, man?
Hey, man. So, you know, from the instrumentation, we left off at the instrumentation, you know, of how you make your music. So tell us about this this record, you know, that you got with Fetty Wapp called For the Fans. So how did that relationship, or how did that come about with Fetty?
Like all last year, man, ever since he dropped My Way. Shout out to my homeboy Nicky Beats out in California. He actually made that record for him. Okay. Ever since I heard that track, I'm like, man, I have to work with Fetty Wapp. Yeah. So I mean, me and Nick, we've been cool for a while now. So we made a couple of beats together or whatever. And I also had a couple of my own beats as well. So I sent them over to Fetty Wapp's management. And actually, one of the beats they selected is one of the beats that Nick and I made. He's actually signed to RGF already. Okay. And a couple months later, like, yeah, man, we got your beat, we like it or whatever, we're going to try to get something to it. So I'm like, all right, cool. 3 months goes by, haven't heard anything back from him. Yeah. Then I was at work one day, and my cousin called me like, yo, T, we on? I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, yeah, I heard your name on Fetty Wapp's Snapchat. I don't even have Snapchat, so I tried to go on there, and I couldn't even look at it or nothing. I didn't even know how to use it. Yeah. So I had him send me a video, but by the time he sent me the video, I had like 3 or 4 other people hit me up, so I knew it was real. Yeah. So I went on there, and that's the first thing I heard was my tag and him sitting there rapping. Yeah. So it was cool, and I hit his management up, whatever. They told me they was going to get in contact with me. And the night before he dropped his mixtape, they called and told me, like, yeah, you made the tape or whatever. I'm like, dog. And that's the first project he put out since his album. Yeah. And it only had 5 tracks on it, and 2 other tracks were original. The other 3 were songs that he sampled. One was a Gucci Mane song and a Drake song. Okay. So I actually, you know, got major ups because I was one of the 2 original tracks that he dropped out since his first major album. So it was kind of great. I got a lot of buzz from it. That track right now is called Zoo. It has Rich. My bad, I didn't mean to say Rich, but it has Remy Boy Monty on there and House Party. Has over 1 million views. It's on every major site out there. My mixtape, live mixtapes, DatPiff, all that. Go get it. Spin Rilla, iTunes.
So what is Royalty on the Beat sound? Like, you know how some producers, they may be specialty maybe with hi-hats, or some maybe with 808s. What can you say that Royalty on the Beat specific sound, and just a little sample, not the whole thing, just a little sample of what people, when they hear Royalty on the Beat, they're gonna know?
I definitely want people to know that I'm not coming at people with the regular hip-hop sound. I'm definitely trying to be diverse in my sound and make sure I stay melodic. Even if my beat is slow, fast, up-tempo, I still have that consistent bounce. So whenever you hear my beat or you hear my tag, you're going to start nodding your head. You're going to feel that bounce because I just feel like I create a bounce in all of my music, even if it's slow, fast, or whatever. So I call it the RoyalTBounce. So after a while, everybody will be hip to it.
Sound like y'all done got the plug on that sound. It's called the RoyalTBounce.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, anything new coming up? Are you putting? I know you did a while back. I guess when you first started, you was doing like the tapes.
Yeah, the beat tapes.
Yeah. Beat tapes. You gonna do some more coming up in the next couple of months?
Yeah, man. My birthday is Saturday. I normally drop the beat tapes on my birthday. This Friday, I actually be dropping about 10 to 15 new beats on my website, RoyalTonTheBeat.com.
Okay.
And you can buy, purchase, it'll be sent right to you. But my next move is putting out a mixtape. I'm not saying I'm steering away for the beats because I'm realizing that my beats are hot demand. I have like a lot of major artists hitting me up, so I can't really just send beats to people like I want to because my music can actually now go somewhere opposed to me just being locally. So I'm kind of more so selective about putting out beats now. So my main focus right now is putting out songs. I am transitioning to my artist phase right now. I'm just in the process of finding myself and writing, so you can be looking out for a mixtape probably late spring, early this summer. Not just stuff by myself, just other artists I'm working with as well, songs that I've written for people, songs with me and Fetty Wapp, and songs with me and K-Camps.
Alright, so you got some, I guess you got a plug in with K-Camp, so you'll be hearing something with K-Camp with you.
I just gave y'all a little exclusive.
Alright, where can everybody find you at? Go ahead and let anything else you want to...
I mean, yeah, man, you can always follow me on Instagram at RoyalTonTheBeat, RoyalT, no Y, on the beat. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is Terrell Bass, TerrellBass. You'll soon be, switched over, but I do have a website, RoyalTonTheBeat.com. You can buy and purchase beats there. But just type in Royalty on the Beat on Google. All of my information and everything will pop up, so it's real easy to find.
Alright, it's your boy Cool K. You're now tuned to the plug at Audionet.
What's up, it's your boy Royalty on the Beat. I'm here rocking with Cool K on the plug at Audionet. Make sure you follow him on the plug 31.